And where are you going, Mr. Myrick?
So do you always walk upon a man in this house unannounced?
No, I walk up on my husband unannounced in our home.
Always my wife and confidant. I love you so much. But I need to talk to somebody. I need to go to Inkster. I need to talk to Uncle Joe.
And I love you more. But what can you say to Uncle Joe that you haven't said to me?
We talk in the morning, talk in the afternoon, talk in the evening, we talk in bed. But I need another perspective. You have Bessie and Esther to talk to. And I've talked to Dr. Massey. But I need somebody else to talk to. I need someone close.
You need a male perspective, I get it. Uncle Joe is wise and he'll listen.
You hear anything out of the ordinary, call the police, then call Uncle Joe.
You call me when you get there and call me when you leave.
Yes, ma'am.
Hey, nephew, how you doing? Come on in. How you feel?
I'm good, and you?
All right, yeah, man. Take your coat off. You know, your mama was pregnant in that picture. Don't you have one as well?
Yeah, I do. Took all mine down. I don't need these pictures anymore. I put them in the armoire in my living room. I don't need them
Well, maybe not for you, but your family, they know your mother, but they know nothing about their grandfather. So maybe you should have them out so they can enjoy that.
You're a wise old man.
Age before beauty.
You know, Uncle Joe, I'm tired. Never had to do anything as hard as I did was when we had to go pick up Henry from Canada. Hardest thing I ever did.
Man, I couldn't believe it. It was a total nightmare. I mean, my phone's jumping off the hook. Everybody's calling. I turn on the news, pick up the paper, and there's my great nephew involved in some damn nonsense like this.
Yep.
What the hell happened, man?
Total disbelief. Surreal. Unbelievable. But you know what? He came to the house that night afterwards. After he got separated from the money.
Separated?
You know how it is. Same old Negro shit. You steal something that's not yours in the first place, and then you start fighting over it. But you know what? Yvonne called the whole thing. We were watching the news that night. We saw the report about the bank robbery, and she said, "That's Henry." I couldn't believe it.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah. You know, for 2 hours, Yvonne and I tried to convince him to turn himself in, and he wouldn't. Then I called Dr. Massey, drove over there, picked him up, and Dr. Massey talked to him for another hour. Private consultation. He still wouldn't turn himself in. And that's when I had to tell him he had to go.
Now, I'm going to tell you something. You ain't got a damn thing to be ashamed of. You done given that boy every opportunity of any kid in this world. Keep your head up.
I've seen all this stuff before, but I've never been through something like this. That boy put us in danger. You know, the FBI showed up at our house, 6 cars in front and 2 in the back. My wife had to deal with that. Yvonne had to deal with the FBI in her face. They came down to my business. The same FBI that was going around chasing Dr. King. The same FBI that was killing those Panthers in Chicago. J. Edgar Hoover's FBI.
Better than me. I turned his black ass in. I called the police on him right as soon as he hit my door.
He's my son, Uncle Joe. I'm going to show you something. You know, before I used to come home from my business every night, unload my weapon, and put it in my drawer, and not worry about a thing. Now I don't unload my weapon anymore, and I keep it under my bed. In addition, I'm looking in my back mirror, wondering if somebody's following me. I shouldn't live like that.
Well, look here. Let me show you something. I got this letter in March of 1945. Dear Uncle Joe, I'm writing this letter to you after one of the most dangerous nights of my life. I was driving my truck of munitions, and a truck that was ahead of me either struck a mine or was hit by enemy fire. It was turned on its side off the road. I didn't know whether to stop, but I got out to see if I could help. I wasn't supposed to stop. The driver was still alive but unconscious. His partner was dead. I pulled him out. And Rutledge and I dug a foxhole and got in and called for a medic. The medic came and we continued on. They gave me a medal for my second homing in stand. I seen a lot of action and fear for my life. I tell everybody I'm safe, and hopefully, with God's will, I'll be back home one day. Godspeed. Love, Joe. Now, once I read that, I knew you were gonna be all right. Even a better man than your daddy. Now, you survived the South and went to World War II, did business. You understand? Survived the Detroit riot and raised your own family. And you're gonna survive this. I got no doubt in my mind.
But you know what, Uncle Joe? Is what I'm doing enough? How could you do something so stupid after having all the things in the world and risk your life? So dangerous. They walked into that bank with toy guns.
Are you serious?
Toy guns. Somehow Henry's being used. He was the only one not related to anyone in that robbery. The paper title of the robbery a family affair.
Who were the other people?
Kennard Davis. He's a bad apple, man, a bad seed. And I'm sorry we ever had any empathy for him. I swear, if Kennard jumped off a bridge, Peter would follow him. Kennard's sister worked at the bank. The other boy was a preacher's son, Crockett. Crockett's girlfriend worked at the bank as well. And then there was this other character. They called him the mastermind. And his name was Morris Bean. This Morris Bean character is older and seems to have been the greedy one. Got a hold of the money and decided to only give Henry and the other two a smaller portion. Henry didn't even know this guy existed. They were just using him.
How's the family holding up? How's little Timmy doing?
Uncle Joe, Yvonne is my rock. She never flinched. We drove over to Canada that night. Rena, she was sick the whole time. Timmy took it real hard. And then at school, the kids were cheesing it. He actually got into a fight. A parent told another kid about what happened, and they started teasing him about it. Can you imagine? I'm paying money for a parochial school, and my son's getting into fights? This is a mess.
Son, I don't dare tell you what to do, because you already know. I'm going to pray for you, for your family, for your business, and especially for Henry. And I want you to know that I love all of you, and God is going to make a way for you.
You know, Uncle Joe, I've believed in God all my life. I've attended church every Sunday. After working in my business, I usher at Sunday service in the evening. My wife, she teaches Sunday school. My son goes to parochial school. And you speak of God. Where is my God?
Imagine seeing him on the town holding another hand. She's staring me down, so I figured that he told her who I am. But it don't matter.